We're making an impact.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian, and today I'm playing with Purphoros, God of the Forge. He deals 2 damage to your opponents whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, and can pump up your creatures with a little bit of extra damage. This is a great excuse to play tons of token makers, things that go wide and deal damage when your creatures enter, all of the various Impact Tremor effects. I'm not running all of them in this deck, but I am running Impact Tremors itself, and General Crete, who is just generally great, and Molten Gatekeeper on top of a bunch of things that can make tokens every turn or buff up your creatures. Things like Delina that can copy themselves, and lots of things that increase the damage. Things like Torbrand will double the damage. Same with Twin Flame Tyrant, and Oyer Ashenil just turns that damage into 4 damage no matter how much damage it would deal otherwise. Twin Flame Tyrant especially turns all of your damage into way more damage and gives you a huge evasive creature. You can even run cards that are making lots of tokens when they enter, like Siege Gang Commander, or just spells that can either be a board wipe or lots of tokens like Burn Down the House. This is a really fun, aggressive deck. So let's take Purphoros into the queue and start spitting out tokens and burning down the house. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. She's very aggressive, and she's going to be taxing my non-creature spells like Chandra. I have a good 1-drop, I have a couple good 2-drops, and I'm going to prioritize Kari Zev because she has First Strike and she's a 1/3, which can actually kind of deal with the Thalia. I guess this Voldaren Epicure will have to do. Giving me a blood. In case I don't get a land coming up, I can use this blood to discard and draw. Hi, Monk. Okay, cool. Kari Zev. You have First Strike, I have First Strike. They're probably playing a lot of anthems in their deck, though, like Flowering of the White Tree. There's a lot of good ones in mono white. They bolted this in. Anointed Peacekeeper, they get to take a look at my hand and exile, not exile, tax one of the cards. So long as this is in play, that card costs 2 more, and the abilities of that card will cost 2 more. What would I hit in this hand? Probably Crete. I don't know why they're letting it just sit on the stack, though, because it doesn't trigger until it enters. Hello? Right? Oh, is it as it enters? I'm sorry, it is as it enters. It's not on cast, it's like on resolution. Wow. Resolution. If I sing with Kari Zev here, they can trade it with the Monk of Open Hand. I don't think that's worth it, so I'll just sit here and chill. Yeah, they just taxed my commander. Completely fair. Yep, hey, Flowering of the White Tree! I told you it would be in here. It's a good card. If I block here, they can choose which 2 things to kill. And where Battlements gives me a way to get some good haste. Trying to think about if I want to start building up more devotion here. I have a bunch of 1-drops. I think I'll drop Forbidden Friendship. These various non-creature spells. Hi, Blood Moon. Actually, I probably should have attacked with Voldaren Epicure there to trigger Seer Slicer Goblin and thus Crete. But nah, then I would have gone down in Devotion, and right now that's how I'm gonna get Purphoros out, is through Nykthos. Who you blinking? Descry. Okay, that's fair too. Hanweir is a meld pair with Hanweir Garrison, and we have both in the deck. Blood Moon would remove 3 of their white sources right now, and I will probably end up playing it at some point. Oh, Bulmat Courier. So cute. Keep building up more devotion here. She cannot play play lands on that exile. Carry Zev safe to attack with here. Good monkey. Goodbye, monkey. And we get a fresh goblini. Excellent goblining. Got my great galloping goblins. Attacking Chandra with, I assume, a couple of different creatures here. Just those 2. Okay, that I will block with the Peacekeeper and the Goblin token. Keeping the Goblin token alive would be nice to trigger General Crete to get a Goblin making another Goblin making another Goblin. This is fine, too. Ooh, a Screaming Nemesis. Me. For real. Use those to trigger Nykthos. Get 6 mana here. Getting my damage in. And I will swing with the Bulmat Courier. Gonna exile the top card. It also just dies. I'm not sacrificing it, but I am getting another goblin, which gets me another 3 damage to face. Sweet. I could see them just animating Cave of the Frost Dragon to swing at Chandra, since we do have an indestructible blocker. Also, so long as this is in play, activating this costs 5 mana. Okay, so they're letting me do a kill on whatever. So I'll go for Thalia here. Block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not lethal. Not lethal. If it's not lethal, it doesn't matter. And a plus. This should be lethal here. Very, very lethal. Five? 6. Very, 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 very lethal. Nice. GG. Azusa lost, but seeking, going to be ramping and ramping and ramping some more. This hand doesn't have any early creatures, but it does have a tiny bit of removal. Not that removing Azusa on the turn after she comes out helps that much, since she's already played lots of extra lands. I'm hoping that, like, if they play a Llanowar Elf here, I'll be able to take it out. Looks like no turn 1 ramp. That's kind of nice. And then we can line up for lots of creatures. This Enduring Courage is also going to be great. Especially if I can, like, get the Enduring Courage out before Hanwar Garrison or Song of Totentans. Just go nuts on all those tokens. They probably won't have that much removal early. Azusa decks are going to be a lot more focused on ramp, 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 and then a huge thing. Oh, Hanwar Garrison. Next turn, I can play Purphoros. Yeah, they probably also have some landfall stuff because you can. If you're playing extra lands in a turn, why not? Gate to Manorborn comes in tapped. Followed by... Is it Azusa time? Dust Bowl. Azusa! Followed by 2 more lands. 1... Wait. Okay, it's an Echoing Deeps. I was like, what is how'd you get another Windswept Heath? It's because it's a copy of a thing in the graveyard. Now, I could kill Azusa here. But I'm not going to. I want to play Purphoros or Enduring Courage to get lots of damage in. I think Enduring Courage actually might have been the smarter of the two, just because it would make any of the blocks lethal to Azusa instead of having one of these 1/1s die. You snooze, you zooze. But I do really like having the Purphoros out, just sitting on the back line, causing problems. That's another land, and another land, another land. They've got so much mana. World Breaker. Exiling my enchantment! This is also an enchantment, by the way. Aw, dang it. I'm gonna sacrifice, I think, the Hanwar Garrison here. Just to get in a bunch of damage. I know me. I'm a red deck. I like to hit face. If I can get them within bolt range, even better. Cityscape Leveler. That's gonna bop the dog, but it will come back as an enchantment, just not a creature. Ooh, GAJ, thank you for the 14-month resub. Cavern of Souls, doesn't really matter what I name. God, I thought about naming dog just because I had the dog here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dog make rat big. Rat and man attack. Dog is God backwards. It's perfect. And that is an exceptional amount of damage, and it's lethal. Nice. GG. Jadar Gukolor of Nephalia makes a 2/2 decaying goblin whenever they... sorry, zombie, not goblin. Whenever they don't have one. This is a great way to get some sacrifice fodder, get some on-death pings, and other goodies. I think I want to start with Kumano Faces Kakazan, so I can get an additional +1/+1 counter on Inti next turn. Tony Bones! Hi, Tiny Bones. Tiny Bones gets to cast things from our graveyard. Permanents only, and only if they hit. Right now, there are no permanents in my graveyard, but they could always, like, kill Inti. They are a mono black deck. They will be killing things. Ooh, and engaging in symmetrical sacrifice, the Accursed Marauder trades with the Inti, but they don't have 2 mana, so at least Inti is safe for this turn. But not next turn. I guess I could technically use the Shatter Skull Smashing on this, but I'm gonna save it. And use it as a land instead. Since I do need 4 lands for Purphoros, or I guess for Krenko. I'll trade you. Tony Bones for a Dragon Master Outcast. I would need 6 lands for this to start triggering. Soldier's Edict. No more Etching of Kumano. Trade you. But wait. Is he not dead after all? Malakir Rebirth. Yep. I could play the Purphoros here. I kind of like starting with the Krenko. But since I just drew Skitterbeam Battalion, if I get another land, that gets me a lot of damage, a lot of blockers, a lot of attackers. Yeah, you get 3 2/2s with Trample and Haste. Stealing the NT for 2 mana. Nice. I wonder if they have another land so they can play Jadar too. Okay, they do have a land, but it's Bajuka Bog. I think you might, yeah, exile your own because you're stealing from my graveyard. Oh, good grief. This grief is going to take one of the cards from my hand and throw it straight in a graveyard. Now, do they go for Krenko, who's just like a house, and also just a good card to steal for a sacrifice deck? Skitterbeam, in case I get that land, or Tyrant, because it's going to add up to the most damage. I went for the Skitterbeam. Okay. I gotta pick here. I also have Den of the Bugbear. Them stealing any of these is not too bad for me. I'm gonna play the Krenko, hoping that I can crank out some creatures next turn. Rather than play Twin Flame Tyrant, even though it would double up damage, there's the potential for me to use Den of the Bugbear to make more goblins before I activate Krenko. Okay, so Krenko's just dead. That's kind of what I expect, is I play a creature, it dies. Still got 1 mana up. Time to steal a Dragon Master Outcast. Ooh, nice Chthonian Nightmare. Unfortunately not having 2 mana. Boop. This gets me the most damage with Purphoros, but Twin Flame Tyrant doubles that damage. So now this deals 4 for each creature. So this would deal 8 next turn, on top of the 6 damage from swinging in with the Twin Flame Tyrant. And they get a Blood Artist. Okay, so I will block the Inti. It dies. They can recast from grave, but I don't think anything here is going to be too impactful. And then the Blood Artist will be like, hey, if my creatures die, that hurts. Twin Flame Tyrant's just so good. Like, giant flying dragon, doubles damage, extra devotion for Purphoros. Ooh, hey, Anax. Anax would have gotten me enough devotion to attack with Purphoros, but I don't need that. All I need to do is attack in. And that's lethal. Bye-bye, Inti, and bye-bye, Jadar. Good game. They didn't actually play Jadar, though. But still, GG. Anna Pakal, Southernth Moon. Anna Pakal is real scary. She's one of those Boros commanders that goes so wide. She herself doesn't even need to attack. You just need to attack with something that's not a gnome. And suddenly, you've got gnomes. Lots of them attacking. And Anna Pakal will grow and grow and grow. Nice Kythian. I would like to save the Bone Crusher Giant to kill Anna Pakal on the turn it comes out. So here, I'm just going to make a dinosaur and a human and attack with the dinosaur. Yes, Purphoros absolutely can go into Anna Pakal. Same with Creep. Play the Garrison to set up to go wide, or make it so they don't have any attackers. Would you like to block? Reckless Fireweaver deals indirect damage. By the way, this thing is a house in Commander. I've died to so many Reckless Fireweavers in Commander, it's insane. Like, you'll sit there, and since it's each opponent, somebody's just like, I'm making treasures, I'm making treasures, I'm making treasures, and you're just dying. Every turn. An Anna Pakal without haste would be a lot less scary, but they could play something else here to set up for Pakal next turn. Roxanne likes Fireweaver. She sure does. Mag does love Fireweavers. Soulmaker's Shop. Okay, so when they attack in, they're going to get an extra little buddy. I think I just want Purphoros here or Hammer Garrison so I can play Purphoros next turn and get crazy triggers. Yeah, okay. Leave these both back to block. Why are you looking at that? It's just a couple guys. I wish I could put Anna Pakal in this deck so bad. But no, red and white. You want to swing in? I'll trade you. Please? Think about all the extra creatures you get. You get one that's sitting back there and one that's swinging right there. Yep, okay. Ruby Collector swinging in. That's going to get them a gnome and a counter on Anna Pakal. Gives them also a potential double block with the toy and Anna Pakal to kill the garrison. Makes this a lot less fun. And I'm like out here just thinking like, oh, but Amy, think about how much damage you could get in across like 2 turns. Not attacking in yet. They can already get like, it would just be trading with the toy. Tajik Legion's Vow. That's another very scary Boros card. Makes this Boros Recruit that has to attack. Then it's going to be making Swiftblade Vindicator, Skyknight Legionnaire, Spark Trooper, Aurelia, and, well, at that point, well, they're giant indestructible creatures. Probably won the game. We don't know. The toy swings. They're getting more of those gnomes. I'll kill the Boros Recruit. Skitter Beam. This is going to make 3 Skitter Beams. Also going to let Purphoros attack or block. I think I'm just attacking. It's a lot of damage. The copies of the Skitter Beam Battalion all count towards Devotion. And now I'm pretty much saying, you kill me this turn, or I'm winning. Oh my god, the War Leader's Call. Again, another card I wish I could put in this deck. I think that's gonna get them lethal. Mm-hmm. Because that's like an extra 10 damage. Oof. Well, no shame in dying to a lot of extra damage. GG, Anna Pakal. Cameo Collector of Tales, a Turbo Fog commander that now has access to more recurable extra turn spells and the actual card Fog. This is going to be either we win the game or a grind fest to a slow, sad defeat. I'll try my best to win, though. I always do. Impact Tremors. Just like our commander, getting that extra damage in. Though the good news is the fogs, though recurable and only 1 mana, can't stop everything all the time, as much as they can try. They're an Epicure. Getting my pings. If only Agate Instigator was in Arena, I would love that. Agate Instigator is a commander-only Impact Tremors on a stick. I think it has Offspring, too. It's like a 2-mana creature that has Offspring, too. I don't think Brash Taunter will be very helpful, but it does have a way for me to do damage on their turn that's not attacking, which is just fighting my own creatures. I'm, like, considering dropping it. Okay, Riveteer's Overlook I'm okay with because it means they won't have 1 blue mana up to counter Purphoros. Still deciding if I want to drop the Taunter. Not yet. Bring out Purphoros. And that will turn creatures entering into pings. And if I can get Ashenil to land next, then those pings will each deal 4 damage. What's this? You saw somebody posting about playing Bant Turbo Fog and Explore with the release of Pioneer, and their games last 35 to 45 minutes because you have to just wait for your opponent to deck out. Yeah, that sounds like a Turbo Fog deck. They're very slow, grindy victories. So they have 2 mana up. That's very mana drain sort of mana unless they cast something. Okay, search for Iskanta. They could still have a free counterspell. If they do, they do. I accept this. Or Ashenil. Let's freaking go. So these pings are dealing a lot more damage now. Down to 4. They put lots of goodies in the graveyard. They also have the mana for Cyclonic Rift. Alrund's Epiphany. Extra turn number 1. And we wait. And we wait. And we wait and we wait and we wait. Just sitting here like, yes, I'm patient. Are you escaping your Uro? Looks like it because I see them hovering over their graveyard. This lets them throw an extra land down. And they don't have the mana for Karn's Temporal Sundering, but somehow they showed it to me. They revealed it, can't cast it, and conceded. Yeah, we have lethal next turn pretty handily, which is great. GG. Slimefoot and Squee. This is a reanimating commander that reanimates itself and a buddy from the graveyard for just 4 mana and the sacrifice of a Saproling. I've got some aggressive stuff here. So I guess I can keep this. Probably going to use that blood from the Voldaren Epicure to look for something. No, oh, or I could just get a General Crete. Generally a great card. Roll to Baelmerk, milling 4, and letting them bring a creature back. Probably that Ragavan since it's nice and early. I'm actually playing the Signet over the Rally here, since this lets me get out the Purphoros a turn early, and then start just unloading this stuff. Nice Slimefoot and Squee. I'm not bright and early. They didn't, by the way, grab that. They grabbed the Cavalier of Night, probably because it lets them kill stuff. Also, it's big and has lifelink. Makes sense to me. Purphoros! God of the Forge, really hoping that they don't have a way to exile this, because there's a lot of ways to do that in these colors. Terra Sunder is a big one. That's what I would be running in pretty much any deck that's in black-green. I love my Terra Sunder. Black, green, red at least. Take the damage. And a nice Fable here. I want to start with Rally at Hornburg, I think. To deal 4 damage. Then follow up with Chandra's Incinerator. Which deals 2. And lets me reflect it onto a Goblin Shaman token. And then I guess I'll swing in with all of these. Incinerator is so nice with Purphoros. Kind of letting you reflect your damage back. Also, it cost me only 2 mana to get a 6/6 with Trample out. They discarded Vein Ripper, oh gosh, and Fatal Push. If they have a way to sacrifice Slimefoot and Squee and still leave up mana here, they could bring that back. We know they have a way to sacrifice it. They've got this Cavalier of Night, which they might just use to obliterate the Incinerator here. They can also attack me. Kind of just like hoping that I'll block and kill it so they can bring it back. I'm trying to think if the Vein Ripper would kill me here. Because that's what you bring back. No, I think I can actually outpace it with what I have in hand. So even though they would be able to gain a bunch of life, deal a bunch of damage, I can deal a lot of damage on things entering. This is unfortunately not a May, but I can just hit something with the ward and not pay the ward. And I'm going to use this blood token to drop Rising of the Day. Oh, they're seizing my thoughts. Hey, Twin Flame Tyrant. All right. How's a girl supposed to do 11 damage in this economy? So I specifically don't want to be killing their creatures pre-combat, but I can still, like, reduce the toughness here. Because I can, like, bop this. I'm trying to think, though, like, how much... No, I think I do want to kill some things. The damage swing is going to be about equivalent. Dealing the 2, hitting the 2. Yeah. Swinging with everybody. The 6/6 with Trample is getting the most just damage immediately through. The 6/5 can be blocked by the 1/1. But the Vein Ripper's going away. Okay. You take lethal. And you die. GG, Slimefoot and Squee. Narset Enlightened Master. It's been a while since I've seen one of these Narsets. This Narset is the Free Spells Narset. She is going to be coming out, attacking, and being really hard to remove. And big part of that is also going to be ramping and then casting extra turn spells and other things, either for free, if they can get like an Omni on Narset, or attacking it. Okay, rude. I played a little guy and now he's gone. Fine. Be that way. She's got hexproof, so I pretty much have no way to interact with her in this deck. Rip to my little guy, indeed. I'll play Lelia. And they usually have some, but not like... Not a super high density of counter spells. More board wipes, I would say, from a deck like theirs. Since you don't want to be getting the counter spells for free. Ooh, 3 whole mana. I feel like that's going to be counterspelly mana, so I'm just going to swing in with Lelia. I'm not going to play my Purphoros into that. I can play, like, I don't know, Pyromancer into it. Let's start with maybe a bunny? No. Pyromancer. And I'll drop the bunny and the mountain, which gets me 1 token. Purphoros is matching against some very tough stuff, and I think a lot of that's because it's a mono-red deck that's running a lot of mono-red staples. Think like Torbran. Oh no, Lelia! Oh, rippin' pappies. I kind of want to steal, but I think I should play Purphoros. Just land him while I can. Hope there's no farewells or anything like that. Bonk the Chandra, bonk their face. Yeah, but like I'm winning against a lot of these very strong decks, and also having close games. Which, that's a good sign. I like when I have close games. Bargrin Triome. I'm gonna go for Enduring Puppy Dog and Robber of the Rich rather than Siege Gang Commander, because I feel like they might be able to counter one, but maybe they can't counter both. Okay, it's a commit. I'm gonna commit to stealing your cards. Tee. Okay, Amaria's Call, sort of a land. Gilded Lotus, turning 5 mana into a repeatable 3 mana source. Siege Gang. It's Goblin time. Oh no, mana drain. Swinging in. And finishing them off with my feet. We're stepping on them. Do. GG, Narset. Nashi, Illusion, Gadgeteer flashes in, gives something in their graveyard flash, and returns it to their hand in secret by making a copy. I have some early removal, some haste, and no creatures in this hand. And sure, I'd love to be able to, I don't know, kill a Llanowar Elf, but I'd also like to have creatures. Oh, Crete's a creature. A great creature. Start with a bunny. We have to be aggressive. Rabbit Battery swinging in. Yeah, this is a much better hand, especially on the play with Robber of the Rich. Means we can try and steal some of the good Sultai stuff they've got. Nashi is oftentimes, by the way, recurring infinite turns. He's a nasty boy. I'm sorry, Tamio, but like, your son is mean. I'm guessing by the fact that they shocked that in, they have a Fatal Push or a Cut Down or something like that. No? What do you have? Oh, a Generous Ent that they are putting in their graveyard to Forest Cycle. Sure. Blaming the father. Was it Genki is the father? Adopted father? Still. The dad. Two mana and a Malevolent Rumble, filling up the graveyard and also getting them a colorless spawn. I remember I built a deck about his dad, which was very much, you play the children and then the children tokens die. Hi, Scraps. My cat just came into the room. I want to play Crete first. Oh, right. Actually, I don't have a goblin out. I should have just attacked with the robber first. Seen what I could steal? What up, little girl? I just want something to make tokens for Purphoros. Yeah, I wouldn't be playing Dig Through Time anyway. That's fine. Nice dig. Yeah, my little girl. What's up? You want to come up in the stream? Yeah, I bet you do. Come here, stinky girl. Come on. Put herself in getting picked up position. Sometimes she jumps up here on her own. Usually she needs me to pick her up. This is Scraps. She's my cat. She's very fluffy, and she's not even on camera. Okay, come on, girl. You want to scoot over a tiny bit? Yeah, you do. And you want to look at that garbage I just put down. And you want to get your head scratched. Oh, are all my creatures dead? Everything I know and love is gone? Of course. Lelia over Pyromancer. Or my commander. I'm trying to see. Ooh, Rekindling Phoenix. Can't play it, that's alright. I wanted to play Lelia here so I could get it big enough that it would trade with Nashi if they flash him out. Hello? Yes, hello, Scraps. Oh, please don't play with the audio interface. Yeah, I'll give you toys. You want toys? You want this toy? Hi, Nashi. Mwah. Yeah, this is my cat Scraps. She's so cute. She loves getting attention, but only on her terms. So they made a copy of something. And they're letting Nashi die. Kind of like going super wide here. That's what I'll do. Goblin Instigator. I wonder if they got the Toxic Deluge. And I get to discard one and draw two here, making yet another creature. Mysteries are about to get solved. She is a cat detective. They also have the Shifting Woodland, which can become a copy of a thing in their graveyard, but only a permanent. So, like, the Troll or the Ent. Oh, you want to play with the little Venom thing? Yeah. You love the little Venom thing. It's a Venom cable tie. Oops. Sorry about the microphone getting hit there. She likes it a lot. She likes the way it wiggles. Ooh, Sheoldred. Boop. Oh, honey, off the space bar, please. Thank you. Playing Purphoros. And Rahilda. And swinging in with everybody. Go get him, kids. Sheoldred's gonna heal them up as they draw cards. What are you doing, girl? Boop. Somebody died. Was it Rahilda? Rahilda died. Yum. So cute. Oh, they're tutoring for an instant or a card with flash. Okay. What do you think they're tutoring for? If they manage, by the way, to shuffle in one of these cards that's been perpetually given flash, I wonder if they can tutor for it. I bet they can. Subtlety! Okay. I guess you could pseudo counter something. This would be 4 damage. This would get the pseudo counter. this like forces them to do the pseudo counter, which I like. Versus just the guaranteed damage, but it doesn't quite kill them. Screaming Nemesis. Grabbing a Brainstorm. I think they might have already brainstormed. No, just a bunch of other stuff. Putting that on top of the deck. Yeah, they'll be gaining life, which is... ugh. Wait, are you a rogue? I knew that. I knew I had a rogue. Totally. No, I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit everything, but that's okay. Not the Pyromancer. I was just clicking quickly. I apologize. There is a cat blocking most of my screen, so I can see some of it. And I'm doing what I can. Not the sneezy. It's fine. I gotta burn down the house next turn. That's even more tokens, but it does require casting, which is iffier against them. Scraps, do you need more things? Okay. Scraps is not conductive to good plays. Oh, pause off. I'll start with Rally at the Hornburg. See if this gets countered. They could also turn the Woodland into a blocker. Flash out Nashi. That's 4. So far, so good. I could have also, I guess, just like attacked here, but we also have like the Purphoros pump if needed. Don't need it. So win the game. Girl, you are so in the way. I love you so much. Mythweaver, Hawk. They will be ramping and then playing giant green things. But when I say ramping, Hawk doubles all the lands you play as long as they all come in at the same time. So they can go kind of nuts with that. I do like this hand, though. I like the Norrin into the Impact Tremors into the Hanweir Garrison. And then Chandra's there, too. What this deck doesn't have in this opening hand is removal if they played, like, a Llanowar Elf. Oh, gosh, Shadow Spear. It's fine. It's fine. I can deal with, like, a 20-20 with lifelink in my mono red deck. I can't. But it's fine. Mm-hmm. Totally got this. We're gonna go fast. They did do a little ramping there with a Wolf Willow Haven. Scoot Bugs. Gonna be scooting and bugging. Bugging and scooting. Scootily buggily. And bug scoot. Purphoros, God of the Forge. And I'm not going to be attacking him with Sorin because it just trades with this bug token. But the Garrison's swinging in. And it's going to make a bunch of little guys. Ba-boom! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's so much damage. I love it. Between the Impact Tremors and the Purphoros, bringing them down to 14. No. No, Norrin, I don't want to exile my token. Mythweaver Pawk playing a land, and then probably using the mana from that land to equip Shadow Spear. Gives them a 6/6 with lifelink. Far out of the range of things I can destroy in this deck. So what I'd need to do here is kill them before they get the damage. So let's see, we've got this. And I can return whatever's being blocked to hand using Norin's ability. Or not to hand, but to exile, so it doesn't deal with the life gain. There we go. Lots of littles. We swing in, and they just die. Because of the Impact Tremors and the Purphoros. Despite their big life gain, despite their go wide, we just win. Damage on the stack. GG. Buxton, Decorated Host. I only have kind of red mana here. I could name Human on Cavern of Souls. And this is red mana once otherwise. That's a really awkward start, but I do have the Method's Enthusiasm that I can't cast. I'm gonna mulligan. This is a go wide deck that cheats things into play by tapping, convoking, getting out their Buxton, and also my opponent is going to be drawing 2 cards and putting them into their hand because their name is Pot of Greed. And we all know what Pot of Greed does. Well, maybe we all know what Pot of Greed does. Ooh, funky. There's a little critter that needs to die. They're saying hello. Hello and goodbye, Guide of Souls. I really like Buxton. I'm thinking about making a Buxton deck in paper where to shortcut Seek, because we don't have it, you just reveal from the top until you hit a card that has a mana value X or less. I know it's not the same, but it's close enough, right? It's like a cascade, but it doesn't cast. It just reveals until it hits, and then it puts into play. Also, it has to be a non-land permanent. Okay, so I could blast something here, or I could just go for I'm playing Solitaire. I'm bopping the Giver of Runes over Bunnicorn, because this would be able to protect things. Either way, they'll be able to attack Chandra. Ooh, more 1-drops. Yeah, I'm kind of going for, like, the Wombo combo win here. I want the Purphoros, the Song of Totentans, and the Chandra's Incinerator all lined up. Monkey. I'll play Purphoros and then a monkey. Get him, Ragavan! Deal 2 damage to their face. First blood! Shroudy things. Cool. Ever-growing Bunnicorn. Sweet. They still have enough mana to convoke out Buxton. Or I guess not mana, but creatures? They can tap stuff. And they'll get something that's between 1 and 4 mana. You got... Is it an aura? It looks like it's having them select a target, so I think it's an aura. I wonder if it's the Selesnya land. The land that's an aura on the front side? No, it's Curse of Silence. That is still an aura. And they... Oh my god. They named You Are Already Dead on it. They're just making freaking threats. That's honestly so powerful. I'm gonna go X equals 3 here. So I can still get out the Incinerator. That's so funny. I kind of want to hit Buxton just so they won't block Ragavan. They could sacrifice a land here. They respect the swagger there. Yeah, chat's like it's a boss move. Oh, in MTGO, do people sometimes name a band Abandon Hope? I don't know. I like You Are Already Dead. That's such a power move. I'll just take the 8. They could tap things with Warden to get more triggers for Buxton. Okay, hit him with the Omiwa Shindaru. Archivist of Ogma. I don't have anything that would search my library here. Kari Zev and her pet monkey both hanging out together here. Try and hit that Archivist. If I attack with everything, I can pump up once. I don't think it's worth it, though. They should be hitting the Springheart and Tuko so they can't go as wide. You wouldn't have anything that flashes out 2 creatures, would you? Okay, good. I'm down to 2. Ooh, 1,000 Moon Smithy! That does make one really, really, really big creature. And Buxton gets them Avacyn's Pilgrim. Ugh, a land. I believe I'm just dead, so... Yes, I am already dead. Can't cast non-creature spells. Yeah, it's okay. I just got a land, so I'll swing in with everybody. Monkey, monkey, ook, ook. I get to reflect 2 damage. I'll hit a blocker. Avacyn's Pilgrim. Gonna sacrifice a land to protect it. Sure did. Incinerator stopped in its tracks. And I'll do what I can, which is pump my creatures up twice with Purphoros' ability. Yeah, get him! This will die. But so will I. Oh, what a fun game, though. Again, the power move. So powerful. They're swinging in. And we lose. GG, Buxton, decorated host. I still want to play it in paper. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope you like seeing Purphoros do burn. So much burn. It's really fun to just have an indestructible enchantment sit on the back line while you play a couple generally useless creatures and still deal a lot of damage. One of my favorite cards so far in this deck has been Chandra's Incinerator that lets you reflect the damage you're dealing on face back onto creatures. And of course, the various, I'll say, goblin spitter outers like Krenko, Crete, and other Krenko, Mob Boss. I don't think I actually got to tap Krenko at all in this video, but imagine if you could. You could actually build this video in this deck, as a Goblins deck. And in fact, a lot of people do build Purphoros as Goblins because they're so good at spitting out lots of tokens, going wide, and doing Goblin stuff. But I think it's more fun to run it as a general red deck since it's not honing you in on that one archetype so much. If you want to build a similar deck, though, that is Goblins, I will absolutely recommend that you run General Crete as the commander because she is a Goblins commander. She makes more Goblins when you attack with Goblins, and she does the same Impact Tremor thing. If you're looking for the deck list, it's in the description below, and if you'd like to suggest a commander, especially one from the recent sets all brought into Arena, like this, which was in Pioneer Masters, please tell me in a comment. Be like, hey, Amy, still waiting on the whatever the heck god that I don't remember the name of, And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I should probably build whatever the heck the name of that god was. Karametra? Sure, we'll build some Karametras. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a beautiful day.